There are several ways of classifying the salts. One such method is basically to classify the salts on the basis of their hydrolysis. Means if the aqueous solution of the salt is going to be acidic, that is, the pH is less than 7, then we can say the salt is acidic. Fine. For example, we have ammonium chloride, which is being formed from the strong acid and a weak base. The strong acid in this case is HCl, and the weak base is simply ammonium hydroxide. But if the solution is greater than 7, then we can simply say the salt is basic or alkaline salt. Now, how we are going to do this? Because example, we have sodium acetate. So in sodium acetate, we have a strong base, which is sodium hydroxide, and a weak acid, sodium acetate. So this sodium acetate, which is a salt, is being formed from the reaction between strong base and a weak acid. But if the solution is neither acidic nor basic, then again the solution or the salt is called as neutral salt. For example, NaCl, which is being formed from strong acid and a weak base, strong acid and a strong base reaction, which is NaOH, which is a strong base, and HCl, which is again also a strong acid. So the type of salt form depend basically upon the acid and the base combined in the neutralization reaction. Whether the reaction is between strong acid or strong base, whether the reaction is between strong base or a weak acid, whether the reaction is between strong acid or weak base. So it depends upon the types of acid which are being combined in the reaction. So acid is basically HCl, which is strong, and NaOH is again strong base. They'll form a neutral salt, which is NaCl. HCl, which is again strong base, which is strong acid, which is being reacted with weak base, then it will form NH4Cl, which is an acidic salt. So this is basically the nature of salt, which is acidic. NaCl is neutral because both are strong acid. Both are strong. Acid is also strong, base is also strong. But in this case, base is weak. Hence, the amount of H positive ion in the solution whenever we will dissolve this salt in water is going to be higher as compared to the OH negative ions because of the higher strength of the acidic HCl. Now weak acid and strong base, again in whenever this will happen, the salt is going to be basic in nature because the amount of OH negative ion produced in the solution is going to be much higher than the amount of H positive ion produced by this acidic acid, because NaOH is a strong base. Next is whenever we will react it with weak acid and a weak base. So weak acid is CH3COH, which is again acetic acid, and NH4OH. So normally they'll form neutral salt, which is CH3CO, NH4 positive, that is ammonium acetate. So these both are weak acid. So they both will react a little H plus and OH minus ion in their aqueous solution, which basically neutralizes each other and form finally water. Hence the solution is neutral only.